Boom! He's back. There's gotta be a solution. There's gotta be a solution. You know, that's what I tell myself often. So I put my work in motion. There's gotta be a solution. There's gotta be a way out. There's gotta be a way out of this mess. For sure. So, by putting my work in motion, at least it makes me feel at least like I'm being part of something. I'm not just a random speck floating on a ball. But that's the idea that they want us to have of ourselves. Lost creature into emptiness, empty space. It's pretty much what we all are. Very, very lost with it. Very lost in fantasy, in a system that is fantasy and illusion. And yep, so that's what it is. But there's gotta be a solution to this madness. Me, I think the solution, you know, when you talk about solution, get involved the soul, the movement. You know, movement like moving your mind. You know, not government, but movement. That's what we need, a movement. But also we need each and every individual to take his responsibility. We cannot look at the whole and say, oh, hopefully the whole will take responsibility, will fix this, like we're gonna put this in the end of the government, they're gonna fix all our problems. They suddenly have gained conscience. It's up to each and every one of us to take responsibility for our lives, slowly and surely make the change. For sure, you cannot change by clicking your finger. It's not how it works, but you can surely attain a great deal of freedom with your mind. You know, freedom, free will, freedom. All this, I don't see that so distant and so far. No, for sure, freedom will never be totally free because there's borders and stuff. And it's still Babylon, no matter what. I'm not gonna start fantasizing that I'm free when I'm not. But I can have freedom of mind, freedom of the mind, freedom of, you know, I think this is one of the best freedom anyway. Probably, but for sure, the ultimate freedom, the ultimate motivation of mankind is to be free. Free from what? That's the question. Free from what? Free from self-oppression? Me, I think it's more in big part free from self-oppression. Because once you become less absorbed by yourself, that's in the self-obsession also. When you become less absorbed and less, you start to repair damages. That's very important, to repair the damages that's been done. Lots of stuff, me, if I would have to redo again in my life, I would do it different, for sure. But I don't live in regret. I don't think living in regret is a solution, is the ultimate solution, for sure not. And we all have things that for sure, we all have things. If it would have to redo it, we would do it differently. If I would know now what I knew then, would be very different. For sure. Would be very different. I thought I was gonna be alone here today. No, I come in the most secluded area of the park, and still I find some disturbing vibes. As long as I don't Because what I feel is this, mostly all the little vibes that come and disturb us. And it's the people. It's the people. So that's for sure we're vibrating a lot, you know. If we would have no vibrations, our vibrations would be dead. Like if we would not vibrate, why the other people would affect me so much? Why would I be affected by other people so much if we don't vibrate? If we have no vibration, what's the reason for when there's people around me that I don't feel the vibe? Suddenly I get lower vibes. That's because we're vibrating. We're vibrating a great deal. And most of us are having a kind of vibration that sometimes is very... Here, I'll sit here, I'll be in the sun too. Yeah, so people vibrate, that's what I find now. You see, by coming and making a reflection like that, the reflection is part of the solution. And that's what I said, there's got to be a solution. Moving forward is the aim. For sure, moving forward is the aim. Don't want to move backward. Up, down, running them street. Yeah. Here, I'll sit here. It's perfect. I'll just bring my bag. But that's it. You know, when you feel the sense of mission, you feel it. You're not... You see, me, my priority during the day is really working on my dream. What's my dream? Motivational speaker. To become a better motivational speaker, more focused, I'm very focused as it is, but just more aware, expand my awareness of who I am. It's mostly that. It's mostly expanding the awareness of who you are as not only a person, but a person that is part of something great. But we don't feel like many people don't give a shit also. Talk to them about truth. Like, what is truth? They have no idea. We're very unconscious. Very unconscious. And that you realize it when you become conscious, because if you remain unconscious, you will not feel it. You will not feel your unconsciousness, that's for sure. But if you start to change your ways and become more conscious, you're gonna feel how unconscious you were. But if you don't, never take a look at yourself. That's why I said taking a look in the mirror or taking a look in that camera, to me is the same. To me it's the same. Not much difference. It's still it's a good mirror. The camera is a very good mirror too. It's something we should all, I think, find a way to speak to the world, to say what you have to say before you can't say it no more. You know, that's what I told myself too. Always have something to talk about. It's so much, there's so much confusion. And this is what the friend of my daughter said when I talked to her about truth. She said, what do you talk about on your video? Well, I said I talk about pizza, popcorn, Cheetos. She looks at me laughing. I said, yeah, I talk about all kinds of stuff. I talk about truth. She said, truth? What truth? Then I started telling her a bit of stuff, and she said, oh, I'm confused now. I said, yeah, he said, I'm a bit the weirdo of the place. So only people perceive me weird, maybe just because of the misalignment that they have themselves. So for sure, if you don't feel your own unconsciousness, you're gonna feel the whole world like but not the whole world, but you're gonna perceive people like me like a bit weird. It's not really my concern.